I'm Aaron Nagler. I'm here with Andrew Perloff for SI.com, looking at the top teams in the league, trying to figure out who do we have the most confidence in. We're going to break it down with 4 teams. Let's say we've got the Patriots, the Packers, the Broncos, and the Cardinals. Let's say those are the top teams in the NFL. Some of you may or may not disagree there, but those are our top teams. Who do we have the most confidence in from 1 to 4?
Wow. What if we had said that in week 3 with those 4 teams? We would have gotten
Killed.
killed.
Booed out of the stadium.
But as you said, relaxed, RELAX.
Absolutely.
I think, the turnaround team, the New England Patriots, you got to have them number 1, especially because they're really honing in on home field. They have the win over the Broncos, so I'm not sure who's going to catch them in the AFC because a healthy Gronk is all the difference in the world. They're both our number 1.
Absolutely.
My number 2, it's got to be the Packers right now. Although
I agree there
it's
as well.
not 2 with a bullet because Packers have a couple tough games coming up, and I think they will get home field. But I don't know that their home field is as strong as the Patriots.
It's interesting because the past years have shown us going into Lambeau is not what it used to be in the playoffs.
Right.
But this year feels different for the Packers as far as when they're at home, Rodgers operating either under center or out of the shotgun, complete command of the offense. I think most Packer fans will probably tell you they would like to go on the road. And that's when they won their Super Bowl in 2010, 3 road games.
Yeah.
But either way, I think right now, in week 12, I think they're the clear number 2 team in the NFL.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Denver. But what does that mean if they can't catch New England at the number 1 seed? Because can they go on the road
to
the
New
East
England?
Coast in the cold? And we know Peyton Manning's record in the cold weather.
Didn't look good that first time around. That's
I'm not
for
sure
sure
it's a meaningful number 3. I feel it's one or bust for them.
It might be, but for all the, they got back on track. They did win the game after being down quite a little bit. You still worry about the offensive line, the interior, some of the same trouble there. You still worry about the defense as far as they couldn't get to Ryan Tannehill. And that was an offensive line that was banged up. James was out. There's still a few things that are just kind of off. And with Manning, you can only cover up so much. And if you do have to go on the road in the playoffs, you're gonna
when's the
worry.
last time we saw a Super Bowl loser make real noise?
It's true. It's true.
The 4 team, Arizona here, they're the one I'm not
You have
sure.
a real problem with this, don't you?
I don't think they belong in the top 4.
You're crazy.
They're basically they're the Kansas City Chiefs last year. They have a lot of close wins, but they're playing a backup quarterback. They have a brutal schedule coming up.
They don't have a brutal schedule. They have a 3-game stretch at the end of the year where they play all division teams within their division. It's not brutal. They can win those games. They lost in Seattle. Drew Stanton had a bad day. You know who else has a bad day in Seattle? Pretty much everyone who plays there.
Right.
I think they're a really good football team. Who have they lost to? Denver at Denver, Seattle at Seattle. There's no shame in that. They're still a really good football team.
How many close wins do they have?
There's still W's. It doesn't matter.
You're telling me that you're picking a favorite team in the NFC that doesn't have a top 20 offense.
Okay,
it just doesn't.
Look at who are you? Look at the
make sense to
49ers.
me.
Look at the 49ers. You're going to put them up there? They could
They're
barely
close.
move the ball against the Redskins, who are
close.
atrocious on D.
Yeah, I would not sleep on the 2 NFC West teams that aren't Arizona. I just wouldn't do
We'll
it.
see.
And by the way, we're forgetting about the NFC East. They're right behind.
Yeah, no one takes the NFC East seriously. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure in the playoffs we're worried about Chip Kelly.
We're not worried about that at all. All right, well, there we go. Confidence, 1 through 4, top 4 teams. For Andrew Perloff, I'm Aaron Nagler for SI.com.